Everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome to our next session of the Vhagest clue. I'm gonna close that because I can hear myself twice, and I hate that. So
We don't even like hearing you once.
yeah, I don't even like hearing me once. So welcome to the Vhagest clue, a Ravenloft campaign. Glad to have everybody with us for another episode. If you missed the first episode, or I guess the first posted episode, it is up on our YouTube channel. You can follow the link, find that if you would like. But right now, we get to join our crew as they are working with the Vague Agency under the direction of Flint Vague, or Flintlock Vague, as some have called him, to unmask the happenings in the plane of Mordant. So, let's give a little bit of background if we can.
Just real quick before we do that, how's our viewership so far?
I'm not even looking, actually.
Okay, well, whatever it is, we gotta get those numbers up. Here we go. Bush did 9/11, Second Amendment, Tim Tebow, immigration reform, Israel, Iron Man 3, election tampering, the Rona, abortion, vaccines, pineapple on pizza, capitalism, global warming, Fortnite is an esport, censorship. Okay, that should get plenty of people.
Oh my goodness! Well, the NSA is very much glued.
Now, how is that happening?
Yeah, holy cow! We just took off. Look, our numbers are soaring now. We're at what is
Woo!
this? I think we're at 300 views now. That's insane. Absolutely nuts. All right, so with all of that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about. Oh wow, I think I almost got a little bit of a delay. I was wondering if they were going to kick me there. All right, so tonight we are going to pick up.
Something waiting on the server, waiting for people to say certain words, and then like cutting the streams.
Yep, that's how it works. So tonight we pick up another episode in Mordant. Last time you guys fought off some henchmen of a kid named Rudy, who is apparently not so much of a kid, as he is some kind of immortal being who is trying to take over the town of Candlecross. It's making everybody a little bit freaky deaky, a little bit odd, a little bit weird. And as you guys have been going through and exploring some things, you found a shack just near where you guys entered into Mordant from the mist, and discovered that that is where Rudy seems to be going on a regular basis with the what is the name of it? I should know this. Not the contraption. What on earth?
You never told us the name of it.
I did tell you guys the name of it specifically.
Never
And for some reason, I cannot think of the apparatus. Thank you. Okay. So the apparatus is what he's had with him.
That was a placeholder name. Never
Nope,
mind.
that is not a placeholder name. That is, in fact, D&D lore. But he has the apparatus and has been carrying it into the shack and leaving. You found a trapdoor in the shack. Before you could explore the trapdoor, you ended up running into some issues where Sam was taken. You managed to save him from these henchmen who are apparently druids who turned into birds and tried to fly away with them. You managed to detain one of them. Sam managed to knock out one of them by stabbing them. And you were able to get some information. However, you do know that there was one other child, like Sam, who was opposing what Rudy was doing, and everybody seemed to think that she was dead. When you went to go investigate, you were fully anticipating that you would find a house with a dead girl in it, and when you went to knock on the door, there was one Sally, who was the girl you were looking for. So, Sally opens the door, and as Sally opens the door, she says, "Oh, hey, Sam. Who are your friends?" Sam just kind of points back at all of you expectantly.
Jeff steps back in the line and just sort of waits for someone else to start talking.
Let me add a few things here. Since we have a map layer, and I can do things with the map layer. Well, you know, let's say the door is here, by the way, in case you all are wondering. So arrange yourselves according to how you think you ought to be there. We'll put Vhagest and Perrin in the back.
I stutter a little bit, thinking from what I had been told that she was not well.
Who are you?
I'm Sally. Who are you?
I don't know that it really matters, but
Well, you're at my house, so...
What were you doing? However many days ago was it?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday?
Y'all have been here for like 24 hours, maybe.
Okay.
Yesterday, yeah, you know, honestly, all the days have been running together. I really couldn't remember. I think I was feeling a little weird that day. I think I was sleeping most of the day.
Insight roll, nat 1. All right.
Insight. I will roll insight.
Okay.
First roll of the night, nat 1. I love it.
You know, yeah, let's pull up these rolls so everybody can see them.
I'm getting it out of the way right now, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still a 9, so.
It's a 9 is not terrible, but, you know, it's not phenomenal either. It is a nat 1 for you. Is Zarizur going to roll?
Oh,
oh my goodness. Opening up with a nat 20. All right, so you are certain that she means what she's saying, but she's not sure she knows what she's saying, if that makes sense.
I'm not sure that I believe you. Or at least I think you believe that. Or at least that's the best you can come up with, but I'm not sure it's actually what happened.
Did I do something yesterday? Was I bad yesterday?
No, it was the lack of doing anything.
So I was sleeping.
Anything.
I was come
sleeping.
inside. Zarizur, perhaps it is best that we continue this inside?
Sure. Why not? I suppose that's
I am
fine.
Dreali, by the way.
Treali, I'm Sally. Nice to meet you.
And then
Zarizur,
behind me, Jeff.
Zarizur kind of creeps in like cats do when they're unsure of the area.
Right. Okay. So with all of y'all here, I'm gonna move y'all to the next layer here.
This is Jeff. This is Perrin, and this is wow. I still can never remember her name.
Her name? Oh.
Haha,
you know?
I got you too.
Yeah, it's Vhagest. Vhagest is her name.
And this is Ferguson.
They all kind of wave.
She's kind of been out of it for the past 2 days.
She's kind of been out of it for the past like lifetime. Anyway, so why did y'all come to see me?
I gesture back to Sam for him to explain.
Oh, right. So, fun story. So yesterday, these are my new friends. You've met them. Great. Wonderful. Yesterday, they went up against Rudy and his gang, and, well, they absolutely destroyed them. It was so cool. They're basically superheroes, and now they're on my side, so I'm basically a superhero too. But what I remembered is that you and Rudy didn't get along very well, kind of like me and Rudy. And I thought maybe you would know something since you haven't been in with his crew. Maybe you've been doing some investigative work of your own? I don't know. I heard some things, though, that you were not okay. She says, you could say that. I don't remember anything. I mean, I remember you, and I remember Candlecross, and I remember my name and a few things, but the last few days, I don't remember anything.
What's the last thing you do remember?
Well, I remember I came home, I got in an argument with one of the other kids, and I was so sad and I was so upset, so I ran all the way home. And I ran and I told my mommy and daddy. I said, Mommy and Daddy, they are being mean to me, and I don't like it. And they said, it's okay, honey. We'll take care of you. Who is it that's hurting your feelings? And so I told them that it was Rudy. And they said, oh, that child. He's always so much trouble. And they said some things, and then I said, well, can't you go talk to his parents about it? And so then they looked at me real funny. And then they left. And that's the last thing I remember.
Do you know why there are burn marks and blood all over the floor here? What, like, this place is a mess.
You know, I can't remember things, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to honestly tell you where any of this came from.
When was the last time you saw your parents?
The last thing
thought
I
she just told
remembered,
us.
I think I just explained that.
Okay.
What?
But you have not seen them.
What was the date?
She tells you a date. The date was 3 days ago.
Okay.
I'm surprised we managed to understand the calendar system that well.
So, actually, roll history real quick. Or Arcana? I don't know. One of those two. History or Arcana will work. This is weird. This is a weird thing, but we're gonna see.
I figure
Yeah,
Sam
how
could
do
explain it if we
cats know
don't check.
calendars?
So, somebody
Sam-
else
Sam
roll
should-
because Drayali has no idea what's going
Sam
on.
should be able to explain it.
I'll roll.
We need.
Sam couldn't explain this.
Oh, he wouldn't know what the date was?
No, he would know what the date was. He wouldn't know how to explain to you how you know what the date is.
Oh, I
That
mean, I
was
figured he would just tell us
7,
that was 3
but-
days.
Jeff has no idea. Oh, okay. You all have no idea why you know, but you do know that it's the date, and there's a reason, and I can explain it later when somebody figures it out. But for now, you have no idea why you know, but you do know that the date was 3 days ago.
I'd look at the talisman, thinking it's giving me some weird knowledge of the planes.
So you were asking about Rudy? Well, I'm guessing that my parents went to go deal with him, and I guess it didn't go well because I haven't seen them, well, since the last thing I can remember, so I don't actually know if it's been that long, but I'm assuming it's been a while because they seem to be passing.
Okay, from what we can tell, your parents, I don't know how to put this nicely, are captives of a sort, so we are going to try and take down Rudy and free your parents. I hope that they are okay, but there is no guarantee of their safety at the moment.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Also, she points at the cat who's been talking. Do you know my cat?
Probably. What's
My
he smell like?
I don't
Like
really.
fresh butthole.
Why would you say?
They all smell like that.
That's exactly
There are
right.
quite a few different fresh buttholes.
My cat's
We
name.
need some more
is-
specifics.
My cat's name is Furball. I haven't seen Furball since, well, the last time I saw my parents.
It's a terrible name for a cat.
Well, that's kind of a rude thing for you to say.
It is. I'd run away too if my name was Furball.
Oh, gee. Sally's just like, I guess so, but I really loved Furball. Furball was really good to me. Furball was really the only friend I had left other than Sam, and, you know, to be honest, Sam wasn't always around.
Was this
Was
cat
it-
always around?
Yeah, the cat...
Like, I
What
mean,
color was
always.
your cat?
What? Okay.
What
And you-
color?
Uh,
Size?
White with black spots. Kind of medium sized with fur. Lots of fur. Very furry.
Alright, what should I roll to know if I know this cat?
I can just objectively tell you don't know this cat. Never
I
seen this
kind of
cat.
figured.
The cat has not, in the time that you've been there, you haven't seen the cat, and the cat only exists on the plane that you're on. So let's
Is
just...
there any reason to suspect that this cat could have just been these druids in disguise? Or is that too far-fetched?
Are you saying that in character or out of character?
No, out of character. Like, is there anything I could roll to determine whether a shapeshifter could do something of that nature? Like, replace the cat to sneak it? Actually,
Roll.
no, that actually does
Arcana?
make a lot of sense.
Are you asking whether druids can turn into cats?
I think
No,
he
sorry,
is.
I was thinking whether this druid was like basically playing the long con, but I think it's more likely that he just kidnapped the cat, killed it, and took its place to get into the house.
Right. I suppose you could try that.
I'm not gonna roll for anything for that. It's
That's-
just an assumption I'm.
That's an out of character theory. I see. All right.
No, that's Drelly has that theory.
Roll
He's just
knowledge
not-
metagame.
Rolling knowledge metagame to assume that this is in fact what happened.
We know the druids got her, from what they told us,
Right.
and that seems like a valid way that they could have snuck in to attack. So
Okay.
I'm not quite sure the druids needed a way to sneak in,
That's fair.
they probably could have kicked down the door. And by the looks of it, they might have.
Actually, yeah. Can I investigate the room to try and figure out what went down here?
What do you think I've been
You
doing this whole time?
can. I've been
As you see,
waiting.
the cat has been sniffing around every corner.
All right, as you both roll investigate, let's see, what's a good one here? What's a good song? Let's see. Let's try this one. This could be good. Nope, that's a terrible one. We hate that one. Let's not do that one.
That one's the worst.
That one is just literally the worst. Okay. As you roll perception. Oh, dear good gracious, sir. Okay, well, this doesn't matter, because as you start to investigate the room, some things start to happen. Dreali, you'll notice that your, I guess, grayish, bluish skin tone becomes more grayish than bluish. Matter of fact, you notice that your entire self becomes gray-toned. Jeff, you notice the same thing. Zarizur, you seem to be in full color. As you are sitting there and you begin to look around the room, and you are looking wherever it is that you're standing, a few things begin to happen. You see this woman appear.
We all see this, or just
you
Zarizur
all
sees
see
it?
this. Zarizur is the only one in color. Jeff, she appears like right in front of you, but she doesn't even seem to see you.
I sort of cower in the corner and hope she didn't see me.
This
I
woman.
put my hand on my sword.
This woman looks over at Sally. So, let me see if I understand this, honey. Rudy and the other boys have been picking on you? Yeah, and they really hurt me this time, and she shows that she's got scrapes all up and down her arms, and she's actually got a gash on the back of her head. It wasn't there seconds ago. She leans down and looks at Zarizur, and she actually tries to pick you up. Do you let that happen?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Crazy cat. And as you're
Spiked up, hiss.
Oh, are you hissed
Jump
back?
away.
Okay. Why do I keep doing that? I know that's wrong. All right. Then you see this man appear. Well, I think somebody really ought to do something about these boys. It doesn't seem like any of the adults in town are taking up a backbone against what they're doing. How can they just let kids run rampant like this? Back in my day, honey, please, let's just go talk about this for just a moment. I don't think there's much to talk about. I think I know exactly what we need to do. Honey, you can't mean that. No, I'm serious. We can't just let this monster ruin this town and hurt our children. This is absurd. He walks over to grab something from the fireplace. And you gather that it seems to be a pitchfork or something, some kind of sharp implement, long and sharp implement. And he begins to walk out towards the door. As he's walking past, this woman chases after him. Honey, you can't do this. He's a child. No, he's not a child. You know that as well as I do. Sally starts to approach. Well, what if you just go talk to his mommy and daddy? Maybe they can do something about it. And the man and the woman look at each other, and they share kind of a distant gaze. And the man says, "You know what I have to do." And he begins to walk out the door. All right. The woman comes over to Sally. Says, "Sally, I need you to stay here, okay? No matter what happens, I need you to hide. I need you to do everything you can to stay safe, okay? Mommy, I'm scared. What's going on?" "It's okay, honey. Me and your father are going to deal with it." She begins to walk out when there is a very loud bang. As Dad comes back through the door and the door comes flying open, Dad is sent back to here. He is prone. He doesn't appear to be moving much, but he is still up. He's still he's still conscious, I should say. The mom turns. Sally, you need to get away. Go hide now. Sally goes and runs frantically around the house looking for somewhere to hide. As you can tell, there's not a whole lot here. So as she runs backwards and forth, trying to find a spot, she ends up just simply hiding behind this cabinet back here. And that is when somebody shows up who you may remember. I'm actually going to have to... We're going to do this real quick so I can actually make the switch. So as he's laying there on the floor, Mom comes over. Honey. Honey, no. No, what did he do to you? And that is when... Oh, bugger. I can't find where Rudy went. Where did Rudy go?
That's what we're wondering.
That's a very good question, isn't it? Oh, I've lost Rudy. That's a big problem, isn't it?
So have we. And we concur.
Yes.
Jeff is hiding under a table.
Yep.
Jeff is hiding under a table at this point. All right. Let's see here. I had him. I thought he was on the screen. There he is. And that's one now. There we go. That's awkward. That's when Rudy walks in, holding the apparatus. You notice that there is this singed hole around the stomach of the man, and he's holding it very tightly. What do y'all do at this point?
I continue to hide under the table.
Okay, Jeff hides under the table. Jayali.
Looking down at my skin, I'm still in kind of a black and white?
Yep.
And I'm in color?
Yes.
What colors?
Your usual colors.
Oh, okay.
So I know that these people are dead.
I thought my usual colors were kind of black and white, so...
I mean, that's fair.
Am I
my
guess usual colors, or...
Your tongue's
Yes,
still red.
you are your usual colors. You are everything you are usually. You look the same.
I guess that I'll take one of these books and just throw it at Rudy to see what happens.
You try to pick up a book and nothing appears to happen. Actually, you do pick up the book. You pick up the book, You throw it at Rudy, and as you throw it, it appears not only to go right through Rudy, but it also appears to just not be noticed by anybody else.
Okay, that kind of confirms my suspicions here. In that case, I'm going to walk over here and look closely because I want to get a close observation of what happened. Actually, yeah, I walked over here first. I want to get a close observation of what happens when he uses this apparatus.
Roll Arcana.
Yeah, I mean, I won't know until he uses it anyways.
You hear a whisper from behind you. Be careful, he's invincible.
So are we right now. This isn't real. Well, it isn't real right now.
I guess Firebolt.
On Rudy?
Mm-hmm.
You cast Firebolt on Rudy. As you cast Firebolt on Rudy, roll to attack.
Right.
Oh, wow. That will hit. All right, roll damage.
Is it a D10?
Yeah, I believe so. Okay.
Wait, we're level 5, it's 2d10.
Oh, it's 2d10.
Are you level? Oh, it is.
We're level 5, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, you do 8 damage as fire comes hurling from the cat at Rudy. Rudy does not appear to appreciate that very much at all.
He does notice.
He does notice, and he does take the damage. You stupid cat. And he takes the apparatus and tries to shoot it at you. I need you to make a dex save.
Let me know if we go into a turn order.
Okay, I'll let you know if that happens.
Can I roll Arcana to observe the apparatus?
Yes, you can. Oh
Dex
my.
save is what you said?
Yes, that is definitely a, yeah, dex save. You fail. As he fires the apparatus, it seems like it's not really shooting something out, but rather it's reaching out and grabbing with some kind of light and tearing at you. You're going to take, let's see, 6. Really? That's it? 6? You're going to take 6 psychic damage as you feel this light reaching out and it's grabbing at you. Not just grabbing at you, but grabbing at your soul. And as this starts to take pieces of you, you start feeling different. Don't feel yourself for just a moment as this thing seems to be ripping at you. Your hair is now singed in a few places where the light seems to have grabbed you and reached out. And it seems to be powering the apparatus. It glows a little bit brighter, this brighter green color as that occurs.
Do I get
Right,
any
I'm not
additional
entirely
information?
sure how to.
Yes, so Jeff, what you've concluded by watching this is that to some degree this is taking the life force from other creatures. Now, it does seem to have a limit. There's a tank. The tank seems to be filling with liquid. It's glowing this bright green, but the liquid's not full, and he's been doing this a while. So I'll let you infer what that means, but basically the more he has in it, the more powerful it is, but it does have a limit to how much it can take before it can stop working.
I whisper out from the table. I'm like, okay, so I'm pretty sure that takes life force from people, and it stores that, and that helps him. But there's a limit. It's like a Roth IRA contribution. There's only so much he can put in it.
Spoken like a true accountant.
I understood neither half of that statement.
You didn't understand the magic, and
I
you didn't
understood
understand
the
the
latter
accounting.
half.
Right.
I didn't even understand the first half, to be honest.
Rudy takes a step, and after looking at the cat and trying to singe it, he realizes that his time is spent better elsewhere, and he looks over at the man. The man actually is going to get up, and he moves forward to try to come at Rudy with a pitchfork, and that is when Rudy basically uses this thing to blast him. So this guy is going to try to evade by stepping this way. Rudy is going to turn and fire, and at this point the man goes flying back and hits the back wall. He falls to the ground, hole in his chest, very dead. The mom is going to run right through Dreali. And
That's the closest I've been to a woman in a long time.
Same.
okay. And Rudy turns. You can get the indication that mom is trying to protect Sally. He takes a few steps forward. That's going to provoke from you, Zarizur.
Alright. I don't know if I can actually do anything. Can you do a cantrip and to provoke?
You know what? I'll let
Only
you.
if you're a warcaster. Oh, sorry, never mind.
I'll let you in this case.
Or I can scratch him as a unarmed strike.
You can if you want to do that too. Either of those are viable options.
I'll just scratch him.
Okay, you go to
More
scratch
in
him.
with the rules.
Okay. With strength, you're gonna miss. But he does notice, and he doesn't like it. But he does continue forward, and he says, "Well, well. You know, I knew you guys were gonna be a problem for me, but I didn't expect this. This. You could have had so much more. Things could have been peaceful. Your kids could have been happy. But no. You had to argue. You had to cause problems.
I'm still open to the peace option if that's on the table.
He seems to be talking over you. He doesn't even hear you. And he begins to step forward. Now, where is she? Mom looks back and says, I'm not telling you. Well, that's a shame. I know she's in the house. There's only one way out. You know, I might have let you live if you had talked to me about this, but I understand how it is. Some adults just can't be reasoned with. And he fires one more time. In this case, she falls to the ground, dead. And that is the point at which Sally stands up and begins to run towards her mother. As she starts running, Mom, no! Rudy is gonna see her and say, well, if it isn't the little brat, I finally get my chance to get rid of you. And she takes a step forward and she says, why are you doing this? Why would you do this to everybody? He says, honestly, kid, it just wouldn't make sense to you. And he fires, and as he fires, she goes flying backwards over to here. Zarizur, at this point, you notice you're not wearing your amulet. That's a problem, because that's kind of how you cast magic. Your amulet is in her hand. Rudy is going to turn at this point. He begins walking out. Zarizur, what do you do?
I go over and take the amulet. Did I have the amulet before this?
Yeah, you did. You just noticed that you didn't have it. I'll let you figure out what you do. So she ends up over here. She's holding the amulet in her hand.
I go over and I sniff and see if she's alive.
All right, you go over there. You sniff and she is still barely alive. And then when you look at her, you realize that it's not Sally that you're looking at. You're looking at another familiar face. Another young girl. One whose name you can't seem to pin, but one that looks very, very familiar to you. And she looks at you, and she says, you are the last bit of life that I've found. Here, take this. And she hands you the amulet. Actually, she kind of places it around your neck. She pets you a little bit on the head. Says, now go very far away from here. What do you do?
And so I recognize this person, but I can't place the name.
Correct.
Is there any emotional attachment to this person?
You feel a very strong emotional connection to this person.
All right. I lick her hand.
Okay, you lick her hand, and she smiles. She looks back at you and she says, you've been good to me, Zarizur. Now go. Keep this safe. Go. And what do you do?
Thinking.
Thinking.
You hear from the peanut gallery. Look, I'm not one to decline a dying woman's request. Let's get out of here.
Of course, I have no healing spells.
Yeah, you have nothing to help her at this point. As you are laying there and she says, go, she repeats it over and over and over again until finally she disappears and all you see is Sally. Like you found Sally the first time. You look around, Mom's not there, Dad's not there, Rudy's not there, everybody's gone. And Jeff and Dreali, you return back to your original color. I did just realize I didn't put Sam on this map, did I? So, what do y'all do?
Well, that what is very strange. Do you know if that is something native to this world? I look around at Sam to see if he experienced the same thing that we just did.
Sam definitely. You didn't even see Sam during all that. He didn't even seem to exist in that time frame.
Oh, so is he here now though?
Yeah, he is. As a matter of fact, he seems very flustered because he can't find Sally, and Sally was just here.
Oh wait, so she's gone now.
Yeah, Sally. Well.
Oh, she's still over kind of.
She's
dead.
gone. she's gone. In several senses of the word, she is gone. So,
Sam, were you able to witness what we just saw?
what did you see? Did you see where Sally went?
I look at Jeff. Not sure how to put this.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry.
Let me think about this.
I point
Out
to
of
the
character,
corner.
I'm totally blanking. What's the name of the case that it was the huge financial scam? Never mind.
Enron.
I'll see if it. Yes, Enron. I go. Well, you see, it's like, Enron, like what happened to all the money at the end.
No.
I'm sorry, she's gone.
Oh. What do you mean she's gone? Oh, and that's when he
point to the
turns.
corner.
He turns and he sees Zarizur next to
I'm
Sally.
still sniffing Sally.
What happened?
What happened?
Zarizur didn't do it.
She was just here, and I saw her. You saw her, right? You saw her.
What we saw was a ghost. It was a projection of the past.
Which means she really is.
Yes.
Which means I'm the only one left.
No. You are one of 5. Or 6.
Well, yeah, but we're not really from here, so. Oh, sorry. I'll stop.
No, I mean, you have a point, but...
I appreciate the sentiment. I'm sorry that this trip didn't really yield many answers.
No, this yielded a lot of answers. I don't know what you're talking about. This has been the most productive thing we have done so far.
Oh? And how is that?
We got to see how the apparatus works. I didn't fully understand it, but it seems like Jeff did. We see now that perhaps the Vague Agency gives us some semblance of power to see into projections of the past. We know that Rudy is taking things by force if people do not comply willingly, and that it seems your parents are not the only ones who were affected more negatively than others by the apparatus.
That's probably an understatement. Well, did y'all get some idea of how the apparatus works? In your... He kind of makes this motion with his head, like, doesn't know if you should call it a vision or a dream or, like, an LSD episode. He's not sure, like...
Jeff, care to explain?
Yeah, so you know how Roth IRAs work?
No.
You really should stop explaining things with words like that. I don't understand the magic from where you come from.
I don't understand the magic from here. Basically, it takes a person's aliveness and borrows that permanently, but it can only take so much aliveness away from the person before it runs out of space. That made sense, right?
Unfortunately, it made great sense.
Does that mean that it is storing their aliveness, as you say?
Yes.
So is there potential that it could be returned to the bodies?
I have Jordan. Do I know the answer to that?
You
question?
rolled a high check, so I'm gonna say yeah. There's a possibility you could use it to return things.
I mean, I would think so. It's, it is commingling the accounts, which can get a little muddy, and it's a little unethical to do that. But I would think you could, sort of use a FIFO or LIFO system to redistribute the aliveness back to the people.
There you go. It seems that your parents are not a lost cause after all. Perhaps Sally is not either.
Well, let's hope so. I'd really hate to see her end this way. Well, I guess if we know where Rudy is, maybe we should go and confront him?
No, he had a large group with him. What was this we heard about the Candlemaker's house?
Yeah, that's where Rudy and his buddies are hung out.
But we just saw him going towards the area where you were almost kidnapped. They passed us on the road like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're not there right now.
They are not there right now. Good. I'm gonna expend a spell slot to cast Primeval Awareness, and so for 1 minute I can sense whether there are aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 1 mile.
Okay. You cast it, and what you determine is that there are in fact fiends and undead within a mile.
Okay, I don't know the creature's location or number, but I just know that they're nearby.
Yep, there are. Those two things are very much around, from what you've seen.
Okay.
Or
There
from
are
what your
still
spell has
fiends and
indicated to
undead.
you.
Yes, there are still fiends and undead nearby. We've seen a mile. I don't know where, don't know how many, but we should be careful if we are going to make a move.
I agree with that statement. So, here's a thought. Did you guys figure out what was in the house, in the shed, in the woods?
No, unfortunately, there was a trap door there, and it was sealed magically, some type of arcane lock, and I do not have the abilities to dispel such things.
And we think Rudy's been using it.
Yes, but we left a body sitting right outside of it, so I'm not sure that he will be returning there anytime soon. At least not without trapping it and now knowing that we have seen it.
I mean, he points to Sally. He says, bodies don't seem to be much of a deterrent for him.
No, but this one was one of his.
Yeah.
It just means he will know that we have found this location.
That is true.
I would be very wary to return there without expecting a trap.
Trap or
Ambush, you know.
possibly he is quite arrogant. That's what we know about Rudy. He's a very arrogant boy. And I think we can use that to our advantage. But let's see what we can figure out when we go up to wherever it is we go.
At this point, I look over to Zarizur. What is Zarizur doing right now?
Freaking out.
I don't know.
A little bit.
Are you still like there at the body?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I walk over towards you. Zarizur.
Hey, Zarizur, we only knew her for a few minutes. I know it's really sad, but we should probably get going.
No, but where'd the other girl go?
Oh, the mom? Yeah, she died too in the scene, remember?
No, not the mom. The other girl that was here.
You mean this one? Like Sally, the one you
No.
were looking at?
No, there was another one.
Another one?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I don't
Did you
know.
see the cat?
I don't know what I mean. But there was another girl.
Did she look like this one?
No,
She looked
slightly
different.
different.
When did you see her?
I think during that weird vision thing.
It wasn't Snowball, was it?
No.
I am
that's
sorry,
not
but
the cat.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't either. But there was a girl here. Y'all didn't see her?
We saw Sally. We saw the mother. Those were the only two girls here.
Zarizur's very confused.
Zarizur is rightfully confused. Sam looks back and says, I hate to step on the moment, but I do think we're in a bit of a rush. So what are we doing?
I do agree. Well, I will admit I would prefer to wait until we have had a chance to rest up a little bit after that scuffle we faced earlier, but if the rest of the group wants to go check out this Candlekeeper's house now while we know that Rudy and his crew are away, it may not be a bad time.
I think you're onto something there. I guess we should get moving.
Zarizur, are you okay to join us? Or do you need a moment?
Reluctantly, sure. I walk over.
Zarizur now has more questions than answers.
I don't want to be
Do you
left.
need somebody to put the amulet back on you? You don't have thumbs.
He's got
Thought I
it. She
had-
she
yeah,
put it
I've
back
got-
on him. So
Oh, she did. Okay, I missed that.
yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
I don't want to be left alone in this creepy town, so I'll come along to supervise.
That's why. It's just to supervise.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna separate y'all out because the name thing is getting weird. There we go. All right. You step out of the house.
Yeah, before we step out, I would
Okay.
like to just kind of peek through a window, make sure there's no one right around here, so we're not just blindly walking out onto the street. But
Roll perception.
24.
That's some sharp perception. You notice that off down the road, kind of where y'all came from, there do seem to be a few prying eyes that are kind of being lookouts on the town. Obviously, it would be unwise to leave the whole town unprotected, knowing that there was at least somebody who just got unalived by.
Okay. It does seem that Rudy has sent a few people back here to watch over the town, so there are prying eyes around. If we're going to go, we need to find perhaps a back door or some other way out of the house. But I don't think it is wise to use the main street right now. We could also wait till the cover of darkness, but that would limit our options for having nobody at the Candlemaker's house.
There's only one door.
That would also make it difficult.
And I walk out.
Now you can ask him. Oh, you just walk out?
I just get a slake along the side, acting like a normal cat.
Yeah, the
Alright.
cat's fine. I'm not worried about him.
You walk out. Zarizur, as you walk out, you notice that the guys who are out there, they're not really paying attention very well. If you're really sneaky, or you think if everyone's really sneaky, they might be able to get past them.
Where are they on the map?
They are. That's a good question, actually. They are.
I mean, if they're off the map, that's fine.
They are down this direction,
How far?
Is there
roughly?
like another 30 feet down the direction.
pile of barrels or crates that I can knock over?
Uh,
That's away from.
Yeah, we'll say for reasons because story reasons. We can
trash
say
can, perhaps.
you're gonna knock on trash cans like you're one of the Astros. Okay. Let me find some things for you to knock over. Let's see. Nope, that's not helpful. Nope, not there. Nope, nope, not that one. Nope, nope. Okay, well, you're all useless. You're all absolutely useless. Box.
While
Just
you're
one
doing
box.
this, how many of these people are there?
Just 3.
3? Okay. And do these just look like normal townspeople that are kind of like dominated by him, or are these actual like demonoid child henchmen?
These seem to be a mixture of those.
Okay.
Of those two. Okay, we're gonna say that there's a table over here. It looks like a chest. Ignore the fact that it looks like a chest. It's actually a table. And it's got things on it. It doesn't look real sturdy, so you could probably knock it over if you really wanted to.
Okay, I knock it over.
All right, I'm gonna need you to roll performance.
Nice. I approve.
Let's just hope everyone else catches on.
I'm sitting in here discussing a strategy with everyone on how we can get out until I hear a
And
big
then you
crash.
As this
Go
thing
now, go now, go now, go now.
you all start running, booking it.
Yeah, like this way, stealthily, but trying to get over to like this side of the house where it's a little
I
bit.
need you all to roll stealth.
I assume it not including the cat.
Yeah, no, not the cat. The
Cat's
cat is
trying to be seen.
yeah, the cat is definitely
Do
trying
we by
to see.
chance get? Do we get advantage or anything from him helping us, or is that like going to be affecting their perception?
It's affecting their perception.
Okay,
so
cool.
you don't get advantage, they get disadvantage. So
That's good enough.
all right. So Dre, oh, you're the only two. Okay. Conveniently, they do not notice you as you wander out. I guess trying to go in that general direction, taking Sam with you, I would hope. And you manage to get away from them and put enough distance between you and them that you feel pretty safe.
Meet up with the cat somewhere.
Yeah, Zarizur, we can say that after you knocked over the table, you kind of ran away. They actually ran over to the table, all turned their back on the whole group, and you managed to escape down between these houses and around the corner. Nobody suspects anything. So.
Why would they?
Exactly. All right. So it's phew, sorry, it's not even 10 o'clock. How is that even possible? All right. So you guys make your way over to the Candlemaker's house. Cue the creepy music. As all that happens, as you get there, you notice that things here are a little bit darker than they are everywhere else, which kind of unusual. Things are eerily quiet as you approach the house.
I think this is the point where we are supposed to begin sneaking up to the house instead of just trotting up here like we've been doing. So keep your profile low, keep your footsteps quiet. Sam,
You know
don't
how
make any
everyone
loud
has
noises.
a passive perception?
Yeah.
Can I have a passive sneak?
What's your
I'm
stealth?
joking. 3 plus 3.
Oh, is it only?
I was joking.
You only
It's
have a
the
3?
captain's always sneaky.
I'm surprised you only have a +3. We're gonna fix that. Sure. All right. So you come
Give
up
him
with
the collar of elvenkind.
the collar of Elven. Sneaky beaky. All right. So you approach the house, and as you approach the house, you start hearing things, whispers, a few faint sounds, but nothing loud enough to really make you, really think hard. You keep thinking maybe you heard the wind, or maybe things are playing tricks on you. So you're all starting to hear these sounds. And as you approach the door, I need you all to make a perception check.
21.
That's quite the perception check.
24.
Wow.
Dang it.
Oh wait, it's +6, not 7. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, it's
23.
only a 23. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case. Jeez. Y'all all roll high. You all notice that there's movement from behind the windows.
Does it go all the way to the walls?
What do you mean?
Like, from the windows to the walls?
Stop.
Does the sweat drip off?
No.
The walls?
Do not.
The halls? The halls, I think, right?
Good gracious. Y'all are using humor as a coping mechanism. I appreciate it. All right.
Huevos.
So, you see people inside. They're kind of not people. Sorry. You see movement inside. Just mostly shadows kind of moving to and from. You notice that a few of the drapes are kind of moving too.
I really hate the statement "not people" that you just made.
Well, you don't see people. You just see movement. You don't know that they're people. You don't know if they're people. They could be anything. You don't know. And there's the door. What do you do?
I look for a balcony or another way in or a cracked window to the basement or something. Anything except for the front door.
Roll investigation.
18.
Okay, you
There's a good
find
roll.
several things. You do find that you could probably get in. There's a balcony with double doors, like French doors on the top. One level up from where you're at. You walk around the house real quick. You find that there is, in fact, a window that goes apparently into a basement area. There are a couple of ajar windows. It's up to you.
Do you all prefer to climb up or climb down?
Up, obviously. Who would climb down?
I agree.
Jeff is like, I will climb down.
Don't.
You always
it's
want the high
easier.
ground.
I agree about the high ground, though. I can drop a rope if it would make it easier. Sam,
feel
do you believe
insulted.
you can climb up? No, not for you. I know you can climb, Cat.
Sam kind of looks, he's a little scared of heights, so he's like, I know this is gonna sound weird. I really want to sit this one out.
Last
No,
time we
Sam,
let you sit.
You just gotta be brave. In fact, I'll let you go first. That way you can get it over with.
Sam is like, okay, but you're gonna catch me if I fall, right?
Yeah.
Sam, last time we let you sit one of these out, you were attacked by 2 individuals. The safest place to be is with us.
I had
Right,
it covered.
We're just trying to protect you.
Okay.
Ignore him.
I'm not even gonna roll insight on that one. All right. So, you move forward with,
Yeah.
you move forward with going up the balcony. I need everyone climbing to make an acrobatics check.
And once I get to the top, can I fasten it to the? Can I fasten a rope to the railing and drop
You
it for
most
the others?
certainly can. Yes.
All right, 20 acrobatics.
All right, that's a good acrobatics check. You make it to the top. Do you choose to tie a rope?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna need to roll survival for that.
24.
Oh my word, this is the best rope you've ever tied.
I could get a 25.
I suppose. So, also Austin, i.e. Zarizur, you have a little bit more trouble than you were expecting getting up there, but you do finally manage to make your way up there. The rope comes down, and Jeff and Sam, well, Sam first starts making his way up the rope. He gets about halfway up, and then he just like in gym class, he just like freezes up on the rope, and he's holding on to it. And he's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I sigh and start trying to pull the rope up to get him to the top.
Roll athletics.
Oh no.
As you start to pull, you give it a yank, and as you yank it, it kind of knocks his hands loose, and he falls down the rope. He attempts to grab the rope. He will roll actually for that one, and I'll actually let you guys see the roll. He manages to catch the rope.
Zara, I adjusted your grip for you. Good job.
I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm gonna have to get down, and he starts climbing down the rope.
No, you have to up. It's safer.
Safer? He looks down. Nope, that's not any better. Not any better. It's not any better looking down.
I like hiss at him. Sam, if you do not get up here, then your parents are going to stay dead forever. Is that what you want?
Well, that was mean.
Ouch. Jeez. Usually I'd make you roll something for that, but that was just so dang harsh. All right. So he's like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. He closes his eyes and he climbs the rope. He finally gets up to the top, and as he gets to the top, he kind of gets to the top of the rope, and he doesn't know what to do with his hands. He just gets to where it's tied off, and he just kind of holds the rope.
I grab his wrist and help pull him up.
Okay.
Just to get him over the railing.
I made it. I'm up here.
Shh. Yes, good. Now shush.
Okay. Sorry.
Jeff, get up here.
Roll athletics.
Okay. I sort of grab the rope, and I stand at the bottom holding the rope for like 3 or 4 seconds, just staring at it nervously, and then I slowly start trying to pull myself up.
Just pretend the rope is GME. Climb it to the top.
It's oh my word. So
I
Jeff,
don't believe in those types of stocks.
Jeff,
they don't have an underlying value proposition.
neither do you, as you slide off the bottom of the rope and hit the ground on your butt. To be fair, he did say to go down, not up, but that's okay.
Let me try again. I try again.
Okay, you try again. You do a little better this time. You get like halfway up the rope, and then you start pulling a Sam, and you start looking down, and I guess maybe your nerves got the better of you, or whatever it is. You slide back down the rope. I'll give you one more try. What's gonna happen?
This rope is not very good. I see why Sam was having trouble. You didn't do the rope right, but I'm gonna try again anyway.
Okay. This time, if it's just sheer anger, you and your goldfish, remember the goldfish.
Oh no!
Yep.
How did you climb this with a goldfish?
The goldfish helped him.
So, as you're climbing, you set the goldfish down on the ground. You climb the rope, and when you get back up to the top, the goldfish is sitting on the balcony, waiting for you.
I didn't notice it appear there. I just looked down like, what?
Which one of you put my goldfish up here?
I think that he did.
The goldfish looks back at you and kind of glug glug. Glug glug.
I think I'm done questioning things in this world.
Don't ask these questions. I
no.
also do not wish to know.
All right.
Alright.
There are the double doors.
I will try and check them to see if they need to be unlocked, like with a lockpick set or anything.
Okay, they are locked. So
Alright.
you're gonna have to
May
attempt to
I-
pick the lock.
19.
You successfully pick the lock and open the door. And as you
Okay.
open the door, you see what appears to be a large, very elaborate, kind of Victorian-style bedroom. And everything, the difference is that everything seems to be slightly dilapidated and kind of abandoned. Things seem to be missing everywhere. Things are knocked over. There's cobwebs. One of the bedposts is broken. So you kind of get the idea no one's been in this room for a while.
Okay. Everybody look around the room, see if there's any any hints to people having been in here, any journals, any hidden panels on the walls. I don't know what to expect here. What are we even looking for here, Sam?
25.
Daggum.
8.
Sam looks at you. I don't know. I just know this is where he's at. I kind of figured. Yeah.
Cats are really not good at investigation.
That's really a shame. It's like, I don't
Why
know.
they're always investigating.
There's
It
a lot
takes
of
them forever.
investigating. Believe it or not, you're an investigative crew, so I guess that makes sense. So, you look around. Dreali, Zarizur, you're not finding anything. Sam, no luck. Jeff, on the other hand, begins looking around, and he finds a book. The book, it's kind of like a leather-bound journal. It has all sorts of things in it. It appears that the very first pages has what appears to be drawings done by a child. And as you progress through the book, the drawings become a bit more mature. They also become a little bit more, I wouldn't say violent in nature, but maybe darker in nature. The last few you see really good, really well done drawings of what appears to be the deck of a ship. And then journal entries in the last part of the book. The journal entries detail this from the perspective of an individual who is sailing with his father on a cargo ship. Interestingly, though, he and his father are not getting along very well, and there's nothing he can do about it because, of course, he's on a cargo ship at sea. He also the last few indicate that his father was going mad, that he was saying things, that he was speaking to people who weren't there. It appeared that the loneliness of the sea was starting to get to him. And then the last entry appears to be something that goes a little bit like this. This is probably going to be my last entry. Is how it starts. My father has gone completely insane, screaming that he is going to crash the ship, and I can see the shoreline now, and we are headed straight for it. I don't think there's anything I can do to convince him otherwise. And I wish all I could do was reach into his mind and find some way to turn this ship around. I don't want to die. Not like this, not on some unknown shore. But alas, this may be my fate. But I did want everybody to know that. And then there seems to be some scrawling on the very last parts of it, and it's unfinished.
It says,
Yeah.
I communicate this to the group. Someone had a hard time on a boat, and somehow it ended up in this room.
I think that this must have been Rudy's.
they sink too?
No, they all float down here.
Oh.
No, really though, it is possible. It's possible that this belongs to Rudy, and this is how he became able to turn people's minds. Perhaps he reached out, and the universe answered with a pact with the devil or something.
Does that just like happen here?
I don't know. There's a lot of creepy things that have been happening here. Doesn't seem
True.
unreasonable. Have you never met a warlock?
Oh, what?
Sam also looks up. Oh, what?
People who get magic powers by making pacts with creatures of immense power and usually nefarious goals.
I thought that was just
Lawyer?
a fairy tale. My goodness, that's dark.
No. I mean, yes, it is kind of dark actually, but very real, very, very real.
So
Wait, like Rudy Giuliani?
What?
everyone looks very confused when you say this. Okay.
Never mind.
So you think that this might be Rudy's,
Oh, yes.
and that he's had this as a child, and now he just happened to have it with him? I mean, it sounds like he didn't do too well at the end of that story, so maybe it's not Rudy? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a kid. But, like, what do you think happened?
I think he reached out to the universe and a devil made a pact with him where he was able to change the mind of his father by taking him over and draining him of any semblance of life, leaving the shambling puppets that we see in the town.
Huh. Yeah, actually, that kind of makes sense now that you mention it. Well, that's good. It's a good start, but we also don't know how we're going to get my parents back, and we don't know much about how we're going to save Candlecross, let alone Mordant at this point.
Well, to get your parents back, we're going to have to use the apparatus, and that will likely require killing Rudy. So we are here to gather information on what happened and any possible weaknesses that Rudy might have. Now, we know we saw movement from within this house, so either there are people in here or this place is haunted. Or he has pets.
I don't like any of those options.
You don't like him having pets? That's not a bad option.
He looks at Zarizur. No offense, but I don't know if I trust this guy's pets.
Zarizur, do you smell any other animals around here?
Do I smell any other?
Zarizur, roll a perception. I'll give you advantage. Jeez. That's rough. That's rough. As far as you can tell, there don't appear to be any animals within the house.
Okay. Well, I shall go first to go through this door. I will signal to you if the coast is clear. Sound good?
Okay.
All right, I go to the bedroom door. I assume there's only one door out of the bedroom other than to the balcony.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Which I put it in the chat that I coiled up the rope, put it
Yep.
back in my bag, and closed the doors.
I
so
saw that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I go kind of like look underneath the crack of the door to make sure there's no movement right out there, and then I'm gonna slowly open the door and peek out to see what I can see in the hallway.
You look into the hallway. The hallway appears to be semi-lit and empty.
Semi-lit. Out of curiosity, is this going to be dim lighting? Is this going to be like?
This is dim lighting in the technical sense.
Yay! I love this. All
So,
right.
you can see.
Oh yeah. I realized I was wrong last session. I only have 90 feet of dark vision, not 120 feet.
Oh,
so,
boy.
correcting that for the future.
Well, the hallway is less than 90 feet long.
That's fair. Okay, so I don't see anybody in there?
No, you do see, I will tell you what you do see. If you look to your right, you see the end of the hallway to your right with another door across the way. And if you look down, you see what appears to be the hall is unlit at the end and a balcony in a very dark area of the house. In other words, there seems to be kind of a banister overlooking what you can assume based on the layout of the house appears to be like the living area.
So the stairwell is likely out to the left, just around a corner that I can't see right now.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay. I signal to everybody to follow me, and I go over to the other bedroom. Or what I assume is another bedroom.
Okay.
And again, I slowly, open the door and peek inside.
You open the door and peek inside. This bedroom seems to be untouched.
Okay.
This bedroom appears to be a little less formal, a little bit more quaint, a little bit more commoner feel to this room. The bed is rather small. The room itself is actually rather small. There's a fairly small, dilapidated dresser, a little bit worn, sitting against the wall. But for the most part, the house, or this room, seems to be like a pretty normal room.
After everybody gets in there, I whisper to the group, I don't think that there is going to be anything of interest in here. You're welcome to look around. I'm going to go peek around the corner over at the banister, see if there's a stairwell, see what's going on downstairs. Does that sound like a plan?
You seem to be the strongest person here, so I'll supervise.
Jeff, do you do anything else other than supervise?
I keep following Drally around.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll sneak to the end. Unless, do other people want to investigate the room while I'm sneaking or no? I assume I will sneak then.
All right. Roll sneak.
All right.
If no one else is going to invest it, I can do so.
You investigate it.
There.
All right.
14.
You both roll 14s, which is, real helpful.
So mine was a stealth roll to sneak to the end of the
Correct.
hall.
So Jeff, we'll start with you. You look around the room, you open some drawers, and you notice very old, like not close to the period. Okay, let me back this up. Where you're at right now seems to be clothes that are older than where you're from. Make sense?
Like Victorian era clothes?
Like, yeah, like at this point, this is not even like Victorian era, like later than that. Like, this is like, think like early 1900s. Maybe that is closer to Victorian, maybe, I don't know. But like, we're talking like turn of the century, that whole bit. This is a little bit more modern than like Victorian that you've seen so far. When you open up this drawer, all these clothes seem like very, very old boys' clothes.
I think I found Rudy's closet or clothes where he puts them.
I assume I'm towards the end of the hall right now, so
Yeah.
I'm not in there.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so you get to the end of the hall and you look down. You notice that on both sides of you, there is a spiral staircase.
Is it one of those that kind of like spirals out and then meets in the middle
Exactly.
downstairs?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very elaborate, very posh. Goes all the way down. The lights are out though, so the lighting is dim. And as you are walking down, well, actually, I don't know. Are you gonna go down the stairs, or are you gonna stay at the balcony?
I wanted to just peek around at the top here, so that way I could signal to everyone else when things are ready. But I am going to go ahead and go to the, let's say, the right side. No, to the left side. Does it? I want to go to the part where it's spiraling down counterclockwise, if that makes sense. Because Dreali is left-handed, so he would want his dominant hand on the inside of. You know what I mean.
So you go right.
Castle rules here.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So you go right, you go down the stairs. As you're going down the stairs, and you called back to everybody else?
I signal to them that I'm gonna go downstairs. I don't actually say anything. I assume somebody's looking.
All right. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Ooh. 20.
All right. You hear whispers and you feel a breath on the back of your neck.
I whip around.
You whip around to find nothing, but you are not frightened.
With a 20 wisdom save?
You are not frightened.
Oh, okay. I heard that you are now frightened. I'm like, what?
I would be a terrible DM if I did that to you. No, you are not frightened, but you do hear these whispers at your back.
Just out of curiosity, I don't think I doubt it, but if that was a saving throw against being charmed, I would get advantage on it. So for future reference, let me know.
It is not charmed, but that's
I didn't think so.
Frightened's not charmed, right?
I think frightened doesn't have to be charmed. I think there are charmed effects that might make you frightened, because frightened is a conditioned and charmed.
Isn't it? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't care.
Anyway,
what?
Either way.
Yeah, pretty good. They're just separate conditions.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you make your way down the stairs.
No, as soon as that happens, I go back upstairs. I'm like, nope.
Okay.
I go back up the stairs and tell everybody what just happened. Okay, so, I went down the stairs, and about halfway down, there was something breathing but down my neck, and I felt like it tried to affect my mind. There are definitely spirits in this house. You all seem very calm about this.
I'm not calm, I just don't really know how to process it. I found its clothes and they seem to be from, like, the far history of my world, or something like it.
Sam is just sitting there trying not to freak out.
Okay.
He looks like he might cry at any second.
I'm
Well-
not sure if Zarizur can tell a difference or what knows what's going on.
This is unusual. You know,
Okay.
in just your very brief context, you know that this is all very unusual, quite terrifying behavior. It's this nominal awe that you have because there's this unknown lurking in the house. It's kind of freaky thing.
Okay, I don't wish to be the naysayer of the group, but perhaps it is best that rather than exploring the rest of this house, we can take the knowledge we have gained, we can leave, we can regroup, and come back on the day where we are more prepared to encounter dangerous situations.
What would change?
Well, first off, I'm exhausted after our fight earlier, and running across the town.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
So your plan is to leave the house.
Possibly. I don't know what everybody else wants to do. Zarizur? Zarizur, are you alright?
I'll just follow the group.
All right.
Jace is the group at this point. Have have we rested since two sessions ago?
No.
Yeah, since
Oh,
2 sessions
since
ago. We
two
slept
sessions
at-
ago, yes. You have rested. Zarizur and Dreali have not.
Yeah. So basically, I'm out of spell slots right now. So if there was a fight, things might get tough. Okay, or we can explore further in the house. I just want us to be aware that it is not safe, and we don't know how long we have before Rudy gets back.
Sam kind of looks around. He says, I don't know that we're going to have a whole lot of time if we leave and try to come back. This may be the only chance we get for him to be gone.
You're probably right. Okay.
Aren't
Then
we
when we go
essentially trying to
downstairs-
find Rudy? Like, are we? What is the point of avoiding him?
Well, first, I don't think we could take him in a fight at the moment, especially not with the big
Well-
crew we saw him having earlier.
So are we just hoping we find like some weakness of his? Like, what's?
Ideally.
Oh, okay. Fingers crossed. Sounds like boats are our best bets so far.
Okay.
I hate this music.
Don't you? So, what do y'all do?
I take a big breath, and I start going down the hall again, and I gesture everybody to follow me. And I whisper again as we're getting closer. Now remember, as you go down this stairwell, it is likely that something will reach out and try and touch
As
your mind.
he's saying this, everybody who's not Dreali, roll a wisdom save.
And if it does, be firm, be strong, do not let it scare you. I don't think that it can directly hurt you. What about Sam?
We'll roll for Sam. Well, his wisdom's not great though, so let's just.
Oh boy. About to deal with a bunch of scared people.
Oh, Sam is fine.
Let's go, Sam.
Yes, Sam's.
Let's go, Brand. I win.
Sam's doing fine. You know what? Because I'm a nice DM, Zarizur and Jeff make those rolls with advantage. Because Dreali is helping.
Okay. Yeah.
You both make. As you're walking down the stairs, each of you hears something unique in your ears. By the way, Dreali, when it whispered to you, it said, "All of them are dead. They're all dead." And
Earlier, you mean?
Yeah.
Or just now? Okay. So I
No.
didn't hear anything just now. It didn't even.
No, you didn't hear anything just now. Austin, you hear, she's still back there. You can save her. Did you hear me when I said that? I don't know if I'm loud whispering. Loud.
I heard
Yeah,
that.
we can hear.
Okay. And then to Jeff, it says, "What have you done? How could you do this?"
I don't know what I did.
Jeff, hush.
I just...
And you make your way down the stairs. There's a couple of options. There is one large, what seems to be like a great hall, at the base of the stairs. If you turn inwards and face where you were just coming from, between the two stairwells, there seems to be like a large double door that opens up into a large dining area. There also appears to be some kind of large master bedroom suite over just adjacent to where the stairs were.
Okay. Well, I suggest we check the master bedroom, and if there's nothing in there, perhaps we go straight to the basement and see if anything is being hidden there. He seems to have a knack for underground areas, as we saw in that abandoned shed.
I told you should have gone down.
We are going down. Save the best for last, you know?
Doesn't feel like the best.
Okay. I will start making my way over to the master bedroom.
All right. You open up the door. Roll perception.
10.
Nothing of interest seems to find you. Poke out at you.
Okay. I don't see anything dangerous in here. Perhaps we all check it out, see if there is any hidden books, hidden doors, hidden panels, whatever it may be.
I look around.
All right.
21.
Is this in the bedroom or where is this?
Bedroom.
All right. This bedroom, as you walk into this bedroom, you notice that this bedroom seems a bit more modern, or at least closer to modern to where you guys are at. It seems to be, clean-ish, but recently used, unlike the other two rooms, which seems almost abandoned. However, there is almost no light in this room. There are no windows. The light that you have is what dim lighting is breaking in from the door that you opened. The bed itself is just one small bed. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of knickknacks around. It just all seems to be pretty much just like a dresser, a bed. There is a bathroom attached, but the bathroom seems like a pretty standard washroom. When I say washroom, it's basically just like bucket, sink, things like that.
A bucket and a sink.
I mean, yeah. You think that had running water? I mean, come on, you know.
Laughs at Roman.
there is a sink to drain the water out, but there's not water running into the house. Jeff, you look at the sink and you're like, why is there no faucet? That's kind of odd.
Yep, that's what you get for 21 investigation. Why is there no faucet?
Why is there no faucet? Sorry. You did roll a 21 investigation. I need to move forward with that. You do find, as you are looking around, what appears to be a box in one of the drawers in his dresser. Inside the box, there does appear to be a key, but not like a normal key. This key is glowing bright green.
Oh.
Drehali, I found a key that you should investigate, and I hand him the box.
I put a glove on and grab it.
You don't have gloves, but I'll let you pick up a cloth and use that to grab it.
Okay, I'll pick. I take a cloth. I take like a handkerchief and I pick it up. Should I make like an Arcana check or something? Or can I make like a?
You can roll Arcana, or you can just roll. You can roll Arcana, or you can roll. What do I want to make that check? Let me just say this. I don't know that I need to give you a check for this. If you're looking at the tip of it, you've seen that shape before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was wondering if, like, with maybe using a thieves' tools proficiency or something, like if I would recognize the lock that it might fit.
Sure, roll thieves' tools.
It's a 14. If I swapped it for intelligence instead of dex, because of it's just a knowledge thing, that would drop to a 13.
Okay, so 13. So this is what you know. The tip of that key seems to fit the trapdoor of the shack that y'all saw earlier.
Oh.
Kind of important.
I think that we have what we need. This is to the trapdoor in the shack that we saw earlier. I think we take what we have. We get out now before Rudy returns. He may be on his way back.
That's a really good idea. Okay, let's go.
All right.
I'll step into the hall and
Okay.
kind of look towards the front door. Are there any windows by the front door?
Yeah, there are several.
I'm just gonna look out the front door. Is there anybody coming?
Yep, it's everyone.
Okay.
They're about 80 feet away from you, and they're moving slowly.
Back upstairs. They're about 80 feet away. We do not have long. Once we get upstairs, we're going to go to that room. We're going to wait there. As soon as we hear them close the door to come inside, we are going to get off of the balcony and run like the wind. Does that sound good to you? 60 feet. Let's go. Let's go. And I rushed everybody up the stairs.
All right.
I go with.
Zarizur, do you rush up the stairs?
Goldfish.
You protect the goldfish. That's a good idea. Zarizur, do you go with them?
Yes.
Okay. As you make your way up the stairs, everything... we have a similar situation to what we had earlier. Black and whites for Jeff and Dreali. Sam is nowhere to be seen. As you look around, the house is much less dilapidated. It seems to be full of light, and it seems very elaborate and grand. As you take off up the stairs, you notice that there's a lot more light in the house. That there seem to be more details along the walls, trinkets on tables lining the hallway. And if you do manage to make it to the bedroom, as you open it up, it's a completely different bedroom with a completely different configuration.
I think it's at that point that I stop and realize what's happening again, and I look back at the rest of the group to see if anybody is in color or whatever.
Okay. You're in black and white. You see Jeff, he's in black and white. And Zarizur, where would you like to be when all this begins?
I kind of tend to stand between people's feet or sniff around the edges of a room.
Okay.
Okay.
They would I would imagine they were in front of me because I wanted to be at the back, so if that moves me back some, that's fine.
Okay. So, as you're running up the stairs, Zarizur, I need you to make a dexterity acrobatics check. Is that 17 what you just rolled?
Yep.
Wow, that was quick. Okay. As you are running, you feel arms go up underneath you to grab you, which obviously in the current conditions freaks you out, and you manage to escape.
Most conditions that would freak me out.
Right.
I don't like my underside touched.
You don't like being manhandled. All right. So you hear a voice you've heard previously. Say, Zarizur, get back here.
I stopped.
And you stop. Do you turn to look at who it is that said it?
Yes.
It is the girl that you saw earlier.
Can anyone else see this girl?
This time, yes, they can. Jeff and Dreali, you see a girl. Not Sally. Very different girl than Sally. And as you look out, you notice that you're not the only ones in the house. You notice that there seem to be servants, and there seems to be people kind of meandering through the house. And you hear, at some point, large footsteps walking to the edge of the house. Koradra, get down here. It's a man's voice that seems to be fairly commanding. And the girl goes, "Oh, sorry, coming, Dad." She attempts to pick you up again, Zarizur. Do you let her?
Yes.
Okay, so the girl picks you up and carries you down the stairs.
Zarizur's been mind controlled. He would never let that happen.
Right. Zarizur, you are carried down the stairs, and this girl, Cordra, seems to be holding you very close. And the man looks at Cordra and says, all right, I know you have plans tonight, but... And the girl stops and says, but Dad, I've been planning this for a long time. I've been wanting to go to this party for so long. And he says, nope, I understand, and I hate to have to do this to you, but I can't have you going out tonight. It's just too dangerous. And she looks at him and goes, but why? What's wrong? And he looks kind of distantly, and you notice... Again, Zarizur, you're not wearing your amulet. This time, though, he is wearing the amulet. As you notice that he's got the amulet, it's at this moment that you recognize it. He actually lifts it up off of his neck. He unclasps it from behind and says, "Here, I want you to have this. I want you to make sure that it's safe." And Cordra looks up at him and says, Dad, what's wrong? What's going on? He says, it may be nothing, but, well, it seems that some people have figured out our family secret. You know, the one that we've talked about. And, well, it's your responsibility to keep it safe now. So, why don't you go back up to your room? And, I'll make sure that everything is okay. And he kind of pats her on the back, and she starts taking off up the stairs. And as she does, you hear banging on the door. You hear banging, yelling, shouts. What appears to be a mob has broken out on the other side of the door. And the man looks up, and he draws a saber. And at this point, Cordra takes one step and looks back, and he looks at her and says, go. She, with all the fear that is in her eyes, begins to run. She runs up the stairs. She runs past Jeff, runs past Dreali, and as she flings open the door, Dreali, to the room that you were just looking into, everything goes back to color, and everything goes back to a very drab and dark place, and you see, standing at the door, what is about to be opened, what you can assume is Rudy. And that is where we will end for tonight. All right. Well.
So he's like inside in the bedroom that we came through initially, just in the doorway.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that's juicy.
Oh, no, he's in the front door. He's not in the door you just came in, like looking at you.
Okay, I thought you were meaning like he was upstairs standing in the bedroom door or something.
Wow, that would be quite it. I should have done that, but you know what? Can't retroact that, so he's standing in the front. He's about to break in the front door.
Okay, so he's at the front door about to walk in.
Yes. Also, okay. I'll say this, Zarizur, as the girl is running and all this happens and it disappears, you're in her arms and then suddenly you're just running. Like you're just moving, running, and you've got your amulet back on.
Okay, so Rudy's at the front door about to open it. The rest of us are like booking it towards the bedroom we came in.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, man, I thought that we were gonna like end with me face to facing with him in upstairs darkness.
With no spell slots.
Oh no.
With no spell slots.
Yeah.
All right. I could have done that, but I'm not that mean. All right. Well, that was a good session, guys. Thanks for making it fun.
Well done.
I enjoyed it. I guess we'll do this all again soon.
All right.